Fae is a 3D adventure platformer brought to us by Swedish company Zoink Games. Set in a lush, ethereal forest, this is a game without words, only sound. You play as a Fae, a small fox-like inhabitant of the forest who must learn the various languages of the land in order to complete puzzles, unlock new areas, and rescue fellow woodland dwellers from the clutches of the menacing Silent Ones.
Along the way, you'll meet all manner of weird and wonderful creatures that can help you on your journey. To gain their trust, you sing together, which you control by applying or lessening pressure on the shoulder button. It's a really unique feature, but as there's no difficulty variation as you progress, I found it got pretty repetitive, especially after the first few tries.
I agree, it does get old, but I really enjoyed listening to our songs sync up as they became one. I especially liked the way the background would fade out when you began to harmonise, like it was the only thing in the world. I also really liked how different languages affected different kinds of plants. For instance, the call of a deer would turn a certain breed of flower into a fan that could propel you into the air.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool design choice. It really makes you feel like you're part of the forest, not just wandering through it. It also makes getting around that much more enjoyable, which is something you'll be thankful for once you start having to backtrack. And you'll be doing a lot of backtracking.
So much backtracking. I think Fae's 3D platform style worked well when navigating areas where precision wasn't needed, but on tight jumps and narrow ledges, it just felt clunky and hard to control. Which is a stark contrast to the tree climbing ability, which had me zipping up and down with lightning speed like the spry little creature a Fae should be. Plus, it gave me some incredible scenic views.
Yeah, at first glance, Fae's unique art style makes it seem really magical. But once you begin exploring the other areas of the map, it all starts to feel really samey. The colour scheme changes between areas, which is visually interesting, if nothing else. I especially liked when those cool, calming tones shifted into a red and orange inferno when the Silent Ones were present.
Oh, the change sent shivers down my spine. The Silent Ones are these mysterious, machine-like creatures that have invaded the forest. They're large, imposing, and entirely terrifying the first time you cross their paths. This is where Fae introduces the stealth element. Hiding in the black shrubbery keeps you out of the Silent One's line of sight, so you'll be bouncing between them to avoid capture. Wash, rinse, repeat. I don't know about you, Rad, but even with an enemy to keep me on my toes, I wasn't entirely invested in this game.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Similar to games like Journey, Fae uses a show-don't-tell approach to storytelling. Everything is shown through cutscenes or drawings, but from what I've played, none of it is particularly clear.
Interesting that you should bring up the game Journey, Rad. Fae's creative director did in fact say that Journey was a big inspiration, and that their team was keen to replicate that sense of boundless mystery.
So mysterious that I think sometimes Fae leaves you a little bit cold.
Yeah, I've finished the game and only have a very vague understanding of the story based on what I've been able to piece together. Like you said, Rad, Journey managed to pull this sort of thing off with great success, so wordless storytelling can be done. It's just a shame that Fae didn't quite make it work.
Yeah, on a whole, I can't say I really enjoyed this. Without some meaty puzzles or more interesting environments, it all just fell a bit flat. I'm giving it 2 out of 5 rubber chickens. Jem?
I really wanted to love this game. Like you, Rad, I can see what it wants to be and the journey it wants to take us on. I'm just not along for the ride. I'm giving it 2.5.